Granted, this was 1999, but I guarantee you, this many years later, it's not getting any better because Americans are working longer and harder than any other industrialized nation in the world. So in 2000, this was a surprising survey. 65% of workers say that workplace stress and caused difficulties. More than 10% describe these as having major effects. 19%, almost 1 in 5, had quit a previous position because of job stress. Nearly 1 in 4 have been driven to tears because of workplace stress. Being that we spend so much of our time at our jobs becomes a pretty serious issue going on. 62% routinely find the injury with work-related neck pain. 44% reported stressed out eyes. 38% complained of hurting hands. And 34% reported difficulty in sleeping because they were too stressed out. 12% called in sick because of job stress, and over half say they spend 12-hour days on work-related job duties, and an equal number frequently skip lunch because of the stress that job demands. Holy cow, that's a lot. Absenteeism due to job stress is on the rise. A survey of 800,000 workers in over 300 companies, the number of employees calling in sick because of stress tripled. An estimated 1 million workers are absent every day due to stress. Unanticipated absenteeism is estimated to cost American companies $602 per worker per year, and the price tag for large employers could approach $3.5 million annually. In the 1997 3-year study, 3 years by one large corporation found 60% of employee absences could be traced to psychological problems that were due to stress. So we know what's going on and why we're so stressed out. And if you're thinking, well, it just doesn't affect me all that bad, well, let's take a look at a typical day in the life. So we have our typical person over here that, we wake up in the morning and we may have been tossing and turning all night. We have had trouble falling back asleep. If you wake up in the middle of the night, you may have just woken up. You slept maybe 8 hours or 7 hours, but you feel like you only slept 1 hour. So you've got some stress going on because that mind of ours starts to race in the middle of the night, right? We wake up, and we feel kind of unrested, low on energy, and what do we do first thing in the morning? Head for the pot of coffee, right? So we've got some mental stress, and then we've got the stress from the coffee, and maybe we grab a donut or a bagel or something that easily converts to sugar in our body. So you can see already, just from these two things, before you're even out the door to work, if this is going on, the degree to which stress is affecting you. The sympathetic nervous system's pumping right away. Well, then we go to work and we've got the pressure of our deadlines to meet. So we're trying to get a million things done and we never have enough time. We probably don't eat a whole lot between the time we woke up and the time lunchtime's approaching. So then what do? Well, we probably hop down to our favorite restaurant and grab the quickest thing that we can get. And most of us don't even have the time, even on an hour lunch break, to take a nice relaxing lunch. We're racing down there, getting the food, gobbling it down, and getting right back to work. Work the rest of the day, and all you want to do at this point, you've got nutritional stress added to the mix. You've got emotional stress from all the pressure of deadlines and your boss breathing down your neck or whatever is going on. And all you want to do is, because you're so hyped out and mentally and emotionally and physically, you just want to go home and relax. 5 o'clock rolls around, but you remembered you've got to lose those 15 pounds because you've either got that wedding coming up you want to look good for, your birthday's coming up, or the vacation, or whatever it is that you want to lose the weight for. So without any energy, you reluctantly just drag yourself into that exercise class and go through your hour of exercise, more physical stress. And then by the time you get home, you probably haven't eaten a whole bunch, and what we do is plow down a big fat dinner plate, maybe a little bit dessert. Not that I would ever do that. And then we veg out on the couch all night, only to do it again the next day. That exhausts me. I don't know about you, but that just wipes me out thinking about that, and that's only one day, and we tend to do that at least Monday through Friday, if not more days than 5 a week. So all these signs of stress, this is typically what's going on. So here's my little gut diagram. You guys are going to love these diagrams I make. By the end of the night, you're going to just go, God, I love those diagrams you did. Or they'll really annoy you. But how stress really affects us. So this is just a diagram I created to really break it all down. So in the middle here, the S is stress. So every time we experience a stress, whether it's quote-unquote bad or healthy, good for us, it all adds up. So how many of you have seen the movie The Secret? Seen the movie The Secret? Awesome, me too. In the movie The Secret, there was one of the guys that was interviewed, Bill Harris, and he created this program called Holosync, and it's really incredible stuff. But he wrote a book called Thresholds of Mind, and in it, he describes to a T the whole concept of a stress threshold, that we each have our own individual capacity for how much stress we can handle. Now, most stress management programs, well, they tend to focus more over here on the negative things. Right? We have bills we need to pay, we have deadlines at work, we know all of these things, and they tend to recommend things like exercise. Go out and go for a walk, go lift weights, go move around. But the one thing that they fail to address is that it doesn't matter if the stress is good or if it's bad, healthy or unhealthy, it all adds up. So it's kind of like this stress bank account that we've got inside of us. And every time we take on a stressor, it builds and it builds, and it pushes us closer to our threshold. Now, as long as we stay within this threshold, we can effectively manage stress pretty well without too many difficulties. Problems happen when we get bumped up and we get overloaded. Once we get bumped up there, a lot of problems tend to happen. We start shutting down, we can't deal with it, and it's not too big of a deal if it happens once in a while, but if you're chronically overstressed, which most people are, because their sympathetic nervous system's pumping like a never-ending NASCAR race, round and round and round, and the only pit stop we get is when our head hits the pillow at night for a few hours before we're off to the races again. What happens is you end up with a lot of potential for physical, mental, emotional imbalances, destructive type behaviors. So a lot of long-term effects.